Welcome back for our season finale.
We've got a great show lined up for you this evening with our top 10 countdown and albums of the week sure to catch your attention.
A lot's been going on in the music world these past few weeks, and watching Video Underground gives you an all-access pass to these comings and goings. Be sure to stay tuned for VU's exclusive access to an off-campus house show where our very own Hunter Jordanger catches up with local musicians.
It's time to head underground.
I'm having trouble finding new stories to tell. It's probably cause I feel I'm locked inside of a shell. I sail inside the mental part of doing it well, like LL. It be life living, to live it is more than this. Wishing that I was living, not tripping off having money. It's funny thinking of when we were little, it wasn't nothing. Just the reason mama went through the struggle though. It made me proud to see her living next to the white folk. Tell her I love her for putting aside a life for us. Really the reason I'm bothering with a college course. And for my father, I never call him. I bear the shame, wear it every day. I'm feeling frayed, torn by the seam, torched to the green, hit a couple beats.
A week after the tragic terrorist attacks in Paris, club owners of many of Paris's most popular clubs have joined together and reopened their doors. The group stated nothing and nobody will stop Paris from dancing. To alleviate some of the public's fears after the attack, security will be heightened, including security barriers and metal detectors at entryways. Club owners may be ready to open their doors, but not all artists are ready to perform.
Several bands have pulled out of gigs, saying they cannot perform after something so terrible happened at a concert venue. The owners of the Bataclan, the club where the Eagles of Death Metal concert was interrupted by the terror attacks, say they will reopen without question. Even in these fearful times, Paris will keep on dancing.
Don't go anywhere. Up next is our exclusive Top 10 Countdown as presented by Mari Connor, followed by our Albums of the Week as presented by Sonia Lozano.
Welcome to Video Underground's Top 10 Countdown Season Finale Edition. Starting our countdown at number 10 is To Know You from Wild Nothing. The latest track is a single from Wild Nothing's upcoming third album, Life of Pause. The song has an indie pop feel to it, using romantic synths and a groovy bass that sits beneath a blend of guitars and gentle vocals. This next song comes from the Brooklyn trio, Sunflower Bean. Taking the number 9 spot is Watching Wall. The track has an aggressive and restrained sound to it, overlapped with the airy vocals from Julia Cummings. With a fast pace and edgy feel to it, the song will definitely get you tapping your foot and bobbing your head. If you're looking for something a little slower, then Petals by Bibio is just what you're looking for. Coming in at number 8, the song has a warm and earthy vibe to it that is great to listen to if you want to relax and chill out. The British producer announced that a new LP is expected to drop in 2016. Taking the number 7 spot is Looking For by Mazan K. This is the first track on her latest EP titled Dark Blue. Mazan K's vocals gracefully float over this bluesy, jazz-infused ballad, creating a perfect blend for this soulful jam. With some 80s synth and a funky rhythm, you'll be eager to hear more. Coming in at number 6 this week is Wouldn't Change a Thing by Jackson Bray. This song is sure to put a smile on your face and get you in a good mood. This is the latest release from the Los Angeles-based singer-songwriter. Combining upbeat instrumentals with refreshing lyrics, this song is perfect to listen to when you're having one of those days. Our next song in the countdown is Love Myself by Haley Steinfeld. Taking the number 5 spot, this is the first track on Haley's newest EP titled Haze. It's hard to resist singing along to this track, especially after watching the accompanying music video. If you're looking for something fun and upbeat, then look no further. At the number 4 spot is Rest Your Love from the Vamps. This is the second song on the band's recently released album, Wake Up. The song starts off with a catchy and enticing electric guitar that powers into the awesome full sound of the band. Accompanied by a music video, this song is characteristic of the rest of the group's latest album. Hitting the number 3 spot is Beat of My Drum by Powers. This is surely another one of those songs that you'll be playing over and over again. The track comes from the LA-based duo's latest EP titled Legendary. The song sets the tone for electronic pop and adds elements of their favorite inspirations. Make sure to add this fun and catchy tune to your playlist. This next song comes from Logic's latest album, The Incredible True Story. Taking the number 2 spot is Fade Away. The chorus and piano melody is layered into Logic's own sound, highlighting the talent brought to the table by this up-and-coming establishment rapper. He stays true to his roots and is consistent with his quick flow style that we've all come to know and love. And finally, the moment I'm sure you've all been waiting for. Securing the #1 spot in our season finale's Top 10 countdown is blackbear's Help. The album name track featuring Major is a blunt, edgy ballad that is hard not to love. blackbear blends California rock with the dark R&B twist that makes for some amazing songs like this one. Make sure to give this song a listen and stay tuned for more from this talented artist. That'll do it for the Top 10 countdown. Take it away, Sonia.
Good evening, loyal viewers. Let's get started with our albums of the week. Adele is only 27, but her new album 25 is yet again mature beyond her years. Much like her previous two albums, 25 is melancholy and soulful. It mourns the end of a relationship, but also sends an empowering message that the end of one thing is the beginning of another. This album really isn't anything new or particularly adventurous from Adele, but is a nice refinement of the select market she has started to define. This album is arguably her best yet and is perfectly synonymous with her previous works. Enya reappears after a 5-year absence with Dark Sky Island. This is the first album from Enya that has a solid sense of what it wants to be. Previous works have floated between a couple of genres from ambient to down-tempo. Dark Sky Island is solidly new age, focusing on the notion of distance. The listener finds themselves lost in a music-induced daydream that persists for hours after the album ends. Enya has created a unique and thought-provoking experience with Dark Sky Island. We the Kings seem to have moved on from their early 2000s emo pop beginnings. Their new album, Strange Love, holds itself to more of a pop boy band sound. Although this is a considerable shift in style, vocalist Travis Clark keeps his dark emo pop influences, which have this album sound noticeably moodier than any other artist of the same style. Every single song is danceable and makes the listener want to jump up and groove for all 45 minutes. DJ PayPal produces a niche style of dance music called footwork. This sound is a mashup of freestyle jazz samples, electronic drums, and synths that create a genuinely unique feel. Although the name DJ PayPal and his album title Sold Out make him seem like a troll, it only takes a few seconds of listening to see that he is very serious about what he does. DJ PayPal bends the rules of what conventional music sounds like in a way that only somebody who has studied the rules can do. While the structure and feel of footwork takes some getting used to, Sold Out is an incredibly intricate and exciting album to listen through. Venezuelan-born producer Arca brings a new sound to the electronic scene in his new album Mutant. The album plays out with a very large open space feel. The romantic chamber music sounds, coupled with skittering beats, make the listener feel like they are floating in a cloud of disorganized fireflies. The 20 tracks stretch out for over an hour, but the boundaries between songs are virtually undefined, so the whole work plays out like one long suite of floaty, semi-disjointed harmonies and drums. Any listeners looking for a truly unique, lengthy experience in music are sure to get lost in Mutants. That's all we have time for in our last installment of Albums of the Week for this season, so let's head back to Connor and Charlie in the studio.
A season finale just doesn't seem right without a little extra pizzazz, wouldn't you say, Charlie?
Couldn't agree more, Connor. That's why we sent Hunter off campus with an all-access pass to a house show where she managed to interview a few of the performing acts, and you get to relive the sets.
Enjoy.
Where I'm from Seattle, Washington. Kind of music do I like? I like all kinds of music, honestly, but my favorite genre is hip hop and rap. R&B, soul, big influences. My favorite artist is Erykah Badu, Outkast, more specifically Andre 3000. I've always been a big Tupac fan as well. But I gain influence from almost any and everybody that I listen to be honest, but Erykah Badu is bae, and she's at the top. I started in 3rd grade. I had a friend of mine who was like, yo, I think we can make this happen, and I want you to come along. And I was like, you know what, I don't know about this, but we didn't have nothing else to do. Like, what do you have to do in elementary school besides recess? Yeah. So we made it happen, and I've been doing stuff ever since, mixing with like poetry. It wasn't until recently though that I've gotten like heavily involved with doing music, like performing and the things that go behind the scenes that most most listeners don't know about. So this is my third year here at Washington State University, and I started off doing spoken word, and so I was doing poems and poetry on campus, and so my first and second year here I was performing as that and just going by my name, and then I came back this semester, and been performing probably almost every week, every other week.
Awesome.
There's a show that we do. This is the second year Wazoo's had their own Shades of Black, and just the vibe that I had, like the lighting was good. I had the whole entire crowd interacting with me, and it was just fun. Like the stage was perfect. Like I had the lights on me, and at one point, due to the lighting, everybody in the crowd kind of disappears. So either in the front row or what's in between the front row and the stage is the only thing that you can usually see, depending on where you're standing out on the stage. And so, so far, that's probably been my favorite performance I've had. SoundCloud, Facebook, any of my social media.
Okay.
Follow me at Saemonae, SAEMONAE.
Sure. I'm Daniel Halligan. I'm from the Northwest, and I'm a genre in myself, like jazz mixed with hip hop mixed with electronic. I got to play at Kazoo Fest last year, which was awesome. That was my first time, and this is my favorite place to perform by far. The crowd is so loving. They're all dancing. It's just such a good energy. But I usually play in Seattle. What's my style? It's fun with the band because there's no limit to your song, there's no structure, so you can have crazy, like when I played Kazoo Fest, my drummer was just going insane. He was breaking his drumsticks. I climbed up the wall behind him and was just yelling at him. I'm like, is that all you got? And it's just, and none of that was planned. Like I jumped over him, I'm knocking over, so like that's freedom. But like tonight, it's a little house, well it's not a little house show. It's a house show, so I can't fit a band. It's a great story. I was up in Bellingham playing a house show, and it was getting late. We were next door, and they were like gonna run us up in the back, all VIP and stuff. It was cool. And we get in the back, and I'm like, do you guys have fog machines on? Is that like a smoke machine? They're like, no, it's sweat. It's how crowded the house was. You could see sweat clouds coming. Like I walked in the hallway, my saxophone is wet, instantly, physically wet. And so it takes us like 20 minutes to get down. Everyone's blacked out. It's so crowded. There's girls all over the stage. We have to kick people out. And we get up on stage. This other rapper goes for like a little bit. And everyone's so drunk. They're just like, just yelling. No one's even listening. And I'm like halfway through my first song. The crowd starts, okay. And this girl on stage, the stage is like, was built that day out of like plywood. It's like really small. And this girl is on stage dancing, and it just collapses. It crumples in, and she spills her beer all over the sound system. And it's just like, just done, flatline. And all the drunk people are just like yelling, and we're just like, we gotta get out of here. And so we got outside, and then like 10 cops just surrounded.
Which is which that creeps along